Hello friends, Dr. Nels here coming to you with more subject matter on life, leadership, family, business, with more topics on trying to help you build your bedrock foundation principles so that you can be the best version of you. And today we want to talk about trust, and we're going to have maybe a couple more here in a series on trust, because trust is leadership. Leadership is trust. And in this world today, hit the like button if you would agree that in general there's massive amounts of distrust in our world today. If you're a Gen Xer or Boomer and older, we can remember times when we trusted politicians. We trusted figures out there leading us. And today, if you're a millennial or Gen Zer, they really don't remember a time when you can ever trust any folks like that. And consequently, those things filter on down through society, making even us Boomers and Xers extremely distrustful. And trust fuels life. Trust fuels business. Trust fuels relationships. And we as humans in general, I do believe we want to trust. I do believe when we're in relationships, we trust at a certain level. It may not be high levels of trust, but we trust to a certain degree. But oftentimes what happens is they or you do something that breaks that trust. There's some sort of incident or communication that ends in some sort of betrayal between two people, or betrayal from a leader to an entire organization, betrayal from a coach, an entire team. But we have to work together beyond those situations to build back trust. And in order to do that, we have to do that through conversations, asking questions, because we have to build back the trust, because your life depends on it. The relationship depends on it. And no matter what you do, in order to get trust, you have to give trust. You have to trust deeply, but you have to trust well, as our friend Henry Cloud teaches us. And I think that's a very valuable phrase: trust deeply, but trust well. And as you move through some of those difficult relationships where there maybe has been some betrayal, there can still be initial limitations of trust, right? We don't just, when someone does something that is something of a betrayal situation to us, we don't just automatically give up the cow in our trust and everything that we do with them. But we do have to move forward and start back with building bits and pieces back in trust by doing what we say we're going to do. Or if it's them, ask them to just please, hey, do what you're going to do, what you say you're going to do. And from there, it just continues to build. And the only way I know to build it back and to grow trust back is to simply communicate on it. Because we can all think of situations where something's happened, you've had a years, months, years, decades worth of trust, and then somebody does one thing and trust is broken, and you say to yourself, I'll never trust them again. Now mind you, that may not be possible, and I get that. But if the relationship is of value to you, I would challenge you to communicate with them on that, to see how you can work past that situation where betrayal occurred, to build trust back, to grow the relationship back. Because I think both parties deserve it. And you have to trust deeply, but trust well. We're going to come back in the next 2 weeks, a couple different episodes, to talk a little bit more on some specifics on building trust, how to make trust happen, some very specific items for you to think about, to jot down as you go through maybe some of these conversations, because we're just here to help you. We want you to be here every week if you can. Join our tribe, click subscribe here, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, friends.